Hello and welcome. On this episode of Abby Normal Garage, we go to the 2023 Ederville 100 Years of Progress show in Carthage, North Carolina. We decided to go on Saturday, November 4th. The weather was great and there was tons to see. Quite a few people were in attendance, as you can see. We had a great time. We brought the trail horse to this one. There was so much to see at this show, I don't think we can cover it in one video, so this will definitely be a two-parter. So grab you a cold one and enjoy the show. Here we are cruising through the construction equipment section of the show. They had construction equipment of all various shapes and sizes and types. I'm not so familiar with every piece of construction equipment, but it was really neat to see. Behind this, they had a large field where they had people plowing and digging with excavators, all sorts of stuff. This thing is huge. I was trying to get a picture of the trail horse with it for comparison. During the day it was just so busy. I ended up getting one at night. Here we have a steam traction engine on the dyno.
Uh-oh. Right.
Legend has it that thing is still stranded there with him trying to jerk it off. He was still there that night when he came back. I thought this was pretty neat. Here's a jacked up radio flyer. It's got a battery in it with a horn and lights and everything. Kinda cool. They even had a steam-powered boat. Well, they got this miniature steam train. This thing's pretty neat. We're gonna have to ride that. Figure out where the station is. Here we have a pretty cool asymmetrical machine with a uniloader. Can't say I've ever been to an international harvester dealer. There are buildings like this all over this place. It's really quite cool. This place even had a fully functioning parts counter that had a bunch of spare parts and all the lubricants you'd need to keep your international harvester in top condition. They weren't playing around. This place had a miniature toy collection all the way around the perimeter of this building. It is very impressive that one person collected all that. And it's not even the only building that's like this. That's the cool part. Now we're in the back portion of the dealership, and it was completely full with farm-all tractors. Quite a large collection of all different sizes. Holy jeans, Batman! Into pedal tractors for the kids? They got those too. Look, they even made refrigerators and freezers. NASCAR and pedal cars, they got those too. Fan of cats? This is the building for you. An entire building of Caterpillar. Into pedal caterpillars and construction models. They got a building for that too. Halt! There's a John Deere in here. So here's one I'm not too familiar with. Cleveland Traction, or Cle-Trac. Looks like they had some pretty cute stuff back in the day. This building had a lot of stuff that I've really never seen before, don't know too much about. I'm sure everyone's heard of Alice Chalmers, that is. Toy dump trucks, gotta have those. Now that we've ventured outside, we're walking the static line in the center of the show. You're about ready to hear the 12 o'clock whistle and horn. I'm not sure how I missed that walking by it, but that is a tractor made into a forklift.
They shovel sawdust into the steam engines, and they shoot flaming sparks up in the air 100 feet. So that'll be going on at 8 o'clock tonight. Have a good day. There's plenty of food vendors on the other side of 5 miles long. So, good night, children. Have a great day.
Ever wonder why Mercury outboards were so great after the war? You can thank this chainsaw right here. During World War II, Mercury developed their two-stroke technology with chainsaws, whereas OMC was stagnant. In addition to chainsaws, this building had several heavy-duty construction tools, a jet-powered pulling tractor, and all sorts of stuff that you don't see that much anymore. Is this jet-powered? Look at the size of this thing. I believe it's a metal shear. It's huge. Classic cars and trucks? Check. They had those too. Oh my, those are cute. Here we have a steam traction engine pulling a floor-bottom plow with ease. Here was the all-girls plowing team with their steam traction engine. This one was pulling a 6-bottom plow deep in the dirt. Here we are cruising by all the oil-powered traction engines. It's kind of interesting all the different methods that they tried to force cooling air over the cylinders on these things. From fans to water drips. Here we have a successful start of an oil pull. This one you end up kicking the wheel with your foot and spin it over. Here we are cruising by the tractor-powered sawmill. By the time we made it over there, they weren't in operation. But this is the road that goes to the buildings that has, I'd say 80% of this place's exhibits. These buildings are amazingly packed and will be explored mostly in part 2. We will, however, walk through the Hit and Miss building. It's 3 separate sections, but it's an extensive collection. Somebody must not have liked Mercury's. Here's a fine example in cooling system evolution. This is a water drip, and the mesh slows the rate that the water returns to the reservoir so that it gives it more time to transfer heat. Calling this the Hit and Miss engine building might have been a bit of an injustice. This, to me, looks like a twin 671 Detroit diesel. I've heard about these things. I've never actually seen one. Here's several examples of a stagnant water cooling system. The RPM on these engines is quite low, so I'd imagine the water stays cool enough for a while, but it's not uncommon to see steam coming out of those when they're running. You need a washing machine? They've got you covered, several makes and models, although these will bring a new meaning to kickstart your laundry efforts. This scale model of this boiler was pretty neat. I actually googled the Hartford Electric Company, or Helco, and I couldn't find anything on a South Street plant, but I did find their main office plant was located on Pearl Street. Unfortunately, the company merged with Connecticut Power in 1958. But wait, there's more! Well, this concludes part 1 of our day at the 2023 Ederville 100 Years of Progress show. Be sure to stay tuned next week for part 2. We'll take a deeper dive into the buildings, and we'll even have the fireworks show that they were talking about. Well, we're going to hop on the old Pokey Smokey and catch a ride to part 2, and we'll see you on the next episode of Abby Normal Garage.